All right, here we go. We'll continue on. Yeah, it crashed my app. I have to go in a different way. So there's no way for the president to do what he needs to do with everybody speaking this way and that way. And they go, today they were like, well, the president leveled another threat, and da, 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 da. That's how you do it. What you're all doing is going against the president of the United States, and that's really treason and espionage. I don't care what anybody says. Right. There's a reason that you are, because you're all pieces of shit. That's the reason. Dirty pieces of shit who get paid by foreign governments to screw up our nation and steal our money. And write our kids off of making money. And tell us the only way to make money is to bring in foreigners. Delicious ice cream. I didn't know that DG Market carried half fat ice cream. Eddie's or Edie's, whatever it is. Good stuff. Usually great stuff. Delicious. You put this back in the freezer. Before I eat the whole thing. So again, it's so stupid to watch you all speak. It's ignorance. Some of it's hate, but some of it's ignorance. Of course, the president's got to threaten them while he's making a deal. Idiots. Now, there's a chance that whoever they're negotiating with is a fraudster. We don't know. Right. But again, they don't look like it. Especially when they say in tankers of oil. That might leave Pahlavi out for a little while. I'm not sure how they're going to do that. Maybe they'll negotiate honest elections, and he can run for office, or his people can run for office. But it's like so stupid. No, the president's threatening the people we're engaged in war with. Doesn't matter if they're negotiating. You got to still set the tone with all of you. It causes him not to be able to understand the reality. I think you know that all. They think they got all this support, but it ain't going to do nothing if we go back to war. Newt Gingrich is starting to see that maybe that whole. Where's the top of this thing before I eat it all? It's delicious. But the best vanilla bean I ever had. Heavy vanilla. He thinks that the Democrats are actually slipping, and I believe they are too. I mean, they're paid militias of fake protesters. They might vote for them, but they're backing foreign nations right now and foreign nationals, and that's all. And why? Because that's where their cash comes from. I mean, it's just ludicrous. Oh, we're the party of charity and social programs, and then they steal all the money. I mean, it's just got, it takes Republicans to fix their scams and their people scams, stealing all the social safety net money and the social program money. If it wasn't for Trump, that shit be going nowhere. Right into some Democrat's pocket. So you can drive around and say they're multi-millionaires and the bosses in the United States with their buddy Walls. All the Democrats are signaling their intention to run. They're all high on the bullshit polls that are out there that their own people paid for. It's the same freaking thing when Harris was running. Oh, she's gonna win. She's so far ahead. All right. If I was in America, I would not vote for a single Democrat, at least this go around, whether you're Democrat or not. Teach them a lesson. Turning on our troops like that. Supporting foreign nationals and foreign nations, and that's it. That's all they support. They don't give you the money. The money goes to the cronies. It's just a scam. Well, we got you $90 million, and you find out $5 million actually got to the people. Right. All right, don't spend the money on war. Spend it on social programs. like child. He leaves child care. I think I was looking at that. They leave child care out. It's embarrassing, you know. Oops, child care. Oops. We already funded that. You all stole the money. And that's the saddest point. That if President Trump and the vice president and all those people weren't sitting down saying fraud has to end, the money just still be going to the crony pockets. See how it's bullshit they are? All right, I got to find Erica because I got to find if she's online. Well, there's a couple things like she knows there is a truth where people are supposed, even though she didn't get married young. I wish I didn't get married young, and I wish I did. But there's a couple things I just received in relation to that. Again, it's things I've been speaking about. But again, if you go to the scriptures, the King James Version, and I've known this since I woke up, and maybe even a little bit before. Actually, probably since I woke up. I think I had to be awake to do it. It tells you, it calls the woman a helpmeet, which is like I guess in like in our time, it's considered a sewing kit or something. But what is help? Two words, right? So what does that tell you about relationships? You're supposed to help people meet people. A woman meet a man. Again, the Jews were using matchmakers, which is a form of helpmeet. Like nowadays, I think it means a sewing kit, but a helpmeet, a spouse or partner, specifically a wife who acts as a suitable equal part rather than a subordinate, often providing essential support and companionship. I don't know who wrote it like that, but Google people. Oh, it does mean equal. I guess there is something there. Right. But the bigger part is that you're supposed to help a man meet a woman or a woman meet a man. Why else would they put help meet in there? So when we talk about people meeting younger, her society. Now, it's a very tricky world because you're talking about trying to, do some matchmaking. Now, you don't want to be like Reverend Moon, talking about shit pretty bad if you were. But Reverend Moon got people married. The jury's out on Reverend Moon. Right. God's got to decide that one. Well, because do you think there's quite a possibility that like 90% of those people would never have been married if Reverend Moon didn't do it? Think about that. And then, like, and again, trans people have a right to be trans people, but it's a difficult life. Like 15% may have been trans. See? So there was a lot in there. So Erica said that, and they were getting on, oh, she didn't marry young. What is she talking about? I mean, you just do it to be contrary, I believe. And then when we talk about, I don't know what, again, actually, there's plenty of women. I don't know. So we look at breast cancer and other things. The question is, if a person engages in a marriage young, a woman, and goes through the process that's natural, again, nothing wrong with what everybody else is doing. If you want to do it, I'm not against it. Is she healthier? Oh. See, I'm supposed to be a research scientist at least. They killed that. I could have left the Marshal Service, went to school and did something. They weren't going to let nothing happen. Right. I mean, there were judges inside that said that they represent themselves as judges, that the Marshal Service itself should have realized who you were and sent you to school within a few years, realizing what was going on, what had happened. They should have made sure they got you to law school. Right? Because that's the real world. But y'all playing that game. Again, most of you call Satan Jesus. Most of you call Satan Allah. Most of you call Satan. That's what you're doing. You're really worshiping Satan and then calling it all these other names. That's why none of your churches or mosques or temples or gurdwaras make any sense. Oh, I put my water in. Did a Walmart order. I didn't need to. I forgot that DG Market was over there. I didn't have any more water, but it's okay. I give a good tip, so it's kind of like my opportunity to give to somebody something. So let me see if I could draft something there. Well, stay peaceful. Again, what's holding up the agreement and the negotiations is these people that are condemning the negotiation and condemning the war at the same time. Right. You got to look like you're ready to do battle. Like even Lindsey Graham said something that he shouldn't have probably said, unless the president wanted him to do it. I don't know. Because he's telling them go make a deal, more so than try to war. And that's not the way to make a deal. Right. So stupid. People are definitely stupider today. I don't think they'd ever say anything like that back in the day. Right. All right, stay peaceful. Praise God and all that you do, praise God.